the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana earlier this week reduced the lending rate by 250 basis points to 15.5% from 18%, citing improved macroeconomic conditions and sustained growth momentum in the economy. But what does this mean to businesses? Joining me on Zoom is the president of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stefan Abbas Maizen. It's good to have you here with us this evening. Now, I want to get from you, what is your assessment of the Bank of Ghana's decision to cut the policy rate at this time?
I think it is good news for industry. It's a very good news for the private sector. This is news that we have not had in a very long time, at least for the past 1 year, because now in the 1 year that has passed, interest has come down by 11.5% take points. So that is good news. I mean, interest rate went up all the way to 40-something%. And for this government to have worked so hard, diligently, on our macroeconomic situation, the Bank of Ghana, the Ministry of Finance haven't worked so hard. I think they need to be commended for such a good job that they have done so far.
Abbas, now, do you think the size of the rate cut met market expectations, or was a deeper reduction possible from where you sit?
Actually, we at the chamber were expecting a minimum of 300 basic points. That is our 3%. So we're expecting to have come down to about 15% minimum, not the 15.5. So that's what we're expecting for it to have come down. But let me go ahead to say that the issue now is not working so hard to bring interest rate down. What is most important is getting access to the funding. If you look at what I'm wearing today, I've traveled all the way to New Ebring to visit a company that is producing a company under the One Nation One Factory that is producing briquette for export, and they are not even getting the funding to be able to produce. So they've totally shut down, laid off people, about 100 members of staff. So we needed to come and visit them to understand the challenges. And when they came, that's one of the things they're talking about, getting access to the funding. So it is not so much of the work that the Bank of Ghana is doing, the finance ministry is doing to ensure that rate comes down. Even if rate comes down to 10% and we can't get access to it, for us it's a zero-sum game. So we are entreating the financial institutions to do very well to ensure that they make funding available to the private sector to grow industry.
Abbas, are you concerned by the Ghana Association of Banks call to manage expectations about how quickly lending rates will fall, since you made mention that now the key challenge is access?
Will you ask your question again?
So, are you concerned that by the Ghana Bankers Association, they are saying that indeed the key lending rate might fall, and they are quite optimistic by that expectation going into the coming month that it may fall? By your assessment, I'm asking that one of your challenges is having access to the funding. What do you make of it?
Okay, so the Bankers Association needs to be up to speed. They need to up their game. I don't even see the concern that they should show in the interest rate coming down. What is the purpose of the financial institutions? The financial institutions are there to support industry, not to go into the capital market. They are there to support industry to grow, because it is the industry is growing that is going to create jobs and employment, okay, in all sectors of the economy. So if their concern is interest rate coming down, then they are not really well positioned to work with the private sector. So I can't even explain. I understand their challenge. They are there to support industry. The banks are there to support industry, and they have to be seen doing that. They have to be seen doing that, and they are not doing that to support industry. So we are on them. we are requesting of them to ensure that as the Bank of Ghana is doing everything to bring down interest rates, they do everything to make it accessible. Look, I did a bit of research along the sub-region, and our closest neighbor, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, their interest rate is around 5.25. Okay, 5.25. We are 15%. That is even the reference rate. Then these banks are going to add their own arrangement fee, profit margins, and all of that to it. So now we are going to look about 20%. What are you even doing to pay 20% interest on a facility? What are we producing? What are we even doing to pay 20% interest on a facility? How are we expected to go as a country? How is industry expected to go to employ people, expand? Okay, because the facility a bank gives you is not the only component of production. The facility a bank gives you is not only the only component of production. You have labor to take care of, you have electricity and water to take care of. Okay, and other things that are associated in production. So interest rate needs to go down, and we are entreating the bank to really work hard to bring it down.
Okay. But finally, let me get your thoughts. Let me pick your thoughts on this. We know the non-performing loans is falling and has fallen slightly. Is this real progress, or does it remain a serious concern, not just for the banking sector but for the business community?
Yes, it still remains a major concern. We understand that non-performing loans, as much as it is, needs to go down. But it also means that we need to, as businesses, we need to be able to meet our obligations to banks, because it's also what the banks trust to give to industry. So yes, in as much as we sympathize with the banking institution and work is also being done, performing loans, we also want the industry to ensure that they pay up so that trust is built, and then more can be given to industry. So yes, we are very much concerned. And these are some of the things that we have also been advocating and working with the private sector, and especially the members of this community, and particularly the Chamber of Commerce, to ensure that it all goes in the favor of all Ghanaians. So it can't be about benefit and everybody loses. So yes, we are very concerned with that as well.
Stephen Abbas, we thank you for your time here on the Business Live. We have